Hey everybody, welcome to Fight News Now Extra. I am John Pollock, coming off a big UFC on Fox 7 event on Saturday night from the HP Pavilion in San Jose, California. We're going to take you through some of the highlights from that show and then chat with Robin Black about the show. It was a night of knockouts and decisions, so let's dive right in. Benson Henderson made the third defense of his UFC lightweight championship, taking a narrow split decision victory over Gilbert Melendez in the main event of Saturday night's card in San Jose. After fighting close for 25 minutes, the judges scored the bout 48-47 twice for Henderson, with one judge scoring it the same for Melendez. Coming out of the post-fight press conference, the biggest news was made by UFC President Dana White that the winner of the May 25th lightweight bout between Gray Maynard and TJ Grant will earn the next crack at Benson Henderson's title. Maynard last challenged for the gold in October of 2011 and has only fought one time since then, with a victory over Clay Guida, while Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia native Grant will ride a 4-fight win streak into UFC 160 next month. Daniel Cormier stepped into the octagon for the first time in his career on Saturday, taking a lackluster unanimous decision victory over Frank Mir with straight scores of 30-27. Cormier was never in danger, winning each round, but did admit he could do better and was affected by the infamous octagon jitters. With the win, Cormier improves to 12-0. And Josh "The Punk" Thompson scored one of the most impressive victories of the night, stopping Nathan Diaz at 3:44 of the second round in his return to the UFC after 9 years away. With the stoppage, Thompson also took in a nice $50,000 bonus, as he was one of two fighters awarded the Knockout of the Night bonus for an event that did not feature any submissions. And Robin Black joins us now to chat about a very entertaining night of fights, maybe the card of the year for 2013, going back to San Jose on Saturday night. Let's start with the main event, Robin. I scored this one 48-47 for Henderson. Obviously, I think rounds 2 and 5 have been the most debated, but what was Robin Black's scorecard? At
the time, I actually had Melendez winning rounds 1, 2, 3, and 5. And, you know, in retrospect, I went back and watched it on Sunday. It was so close. It was tough to call. Really, you started to get behind Melendez subconsciously, because he had showed so much drive and he wanted it so bad, but it was so close that really, if the champion takes it, you can't complain about that.
It was a typical Benson Henderson style in that we saw lots of leg kicks, a lot of defensive wrestling as well to combat Gilbert Melendez. What did you see about how he dealt with Gilbert Melendez's wrestling and some of the keys to Benson Henderson, whether it be footwork and his striking that he got going later in the fight?
You know, the one thing about Henderson in this fight, we talked about it in the lead-up. We thought, you know, Melendez is a killer and he has all these skills, and for him to really look great, you'd want to have Henderson, he'd want to have Henderson having a bit of an off night. And I kind of felt that he did. You know, he did what he had to do. He found ways to edge these rounds, but, you know, it's not, when you see a guy spending a lot of time figuring out how he's going to ask a girl to marry him in there, talking about how many wins he wants to go on, thinking about the future more than the present, there's an opportunity for somebody to knock him off right now.
Do you like the Gray Maynard TJ Grant winner to challenge Benson Henderson and that decision?
That's a good fight, man. TJ has looked just fantastic. He really has. His wrestling has just improved dramatically, and that Muay Thai, that clinch, he looks very good. But Gray Maynard is a monster. We haven't seen him for a while. It's easy to forget how good this guy is, but super explosive, super athletic, wrestler, boxer, spent some time down in Brazil as well. This is a great matchup. The winner of this absolutely has a shot and can win the title.
One of the dominant themes of the night was the striking, specifically that out of Sacramento, California, and Team Alpha Male, going 3-0 on the evening, but not just impressive victories, but some excellent striking. You can definitely see that if they were at this level, you can certainly see the difference there being Bang Ludwig and the precise striking that we saw. I've never seen Joseph Benavidez look better. Yeah. Chad Mendes stopping Darren Elkins. I mean, these were emphatic victories from all three men.
Yeah, these guys, the three of them, and Castillo, I mean, they're all on a roll, and it is Bang Ludwig. It is having a head coach. It's not just having a guy who can teach you some of these details of striking that they needed, but it's having a leader as well. You know, the Bang Ludwig comes down from Boss Rutten, you know, parallel with Sean Tompkins and Lee Mean, and there's a whole hierarchy there of leadership as well as great striking. You know, when Bang Ludwig calls for something, they will give him what he's asking because they trust him. You can see it. They brag about him and he brags about them. He is the perfect fit. And these things go in waves, and right now Alpha Male is the gym to be looking out for.
It seemed that the knockout of the night bonus, it seemed that the bar was consistently being raised right from the onset with Yoel Romero with a beautiful left hook that we saw just demonstrated to perfection here, which was kind of just accentuated the whole night of striking.
Yeah, it was unreal. And then we saw a beautiful left hook knockout. We saw a slide head, throw the straight right hand knockout. It just got better and better. And I mean, we're going to talk about this in the future. I think over the next few weeks, submissions are down in the UFC. You see them every show, a little bit less and a little bit less. And there's a few reasons. One is the striking is so high caliber that you have to deal with it. And I think maybe we're seeing guys concentrate a little bit less on the submissions, but fans are loving it.
Yes, it was Yoel Romero with the flying knee and then Anthony Njokuani with the left hook.
Yeah.
So incentive enough for Facebook fights, I think, alone. What a great advertisement we got on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, if shows are going to look like this, it's great. We like to see all the technical stuff, but casual fans can understand this. It is not complicated when you see great knockouts like that.
Some great fights on Saturday night, and we've got more coming your way, so keep it tuned to Fight News Now Extra.